Greetings, beautiful people. Alright, so in this video I'm going to talk about certain topics. It comes down to balance, comes down to clean eating, dieting, parasites, energy management, which I've made a video on before. It's what I want to, I'm here to share my experience, which is what I'm here to do, share my experience. And we all need each other to some extent, to tell you the truth. Some people get intimidated by other people because they may know more than you, and they use that as a manipulation tool and whatnot. But you just have to understand that they need you just as much as you need them. Okay? There is no destination here. Everything's just about the journey that you're in over here. You got black and white. First of all, if you look at the rainbow is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, right? You start off with white, right? White is just an absence of color. And then when you acquire all the colors, you're in the black, okay? You start off, when you come into the light, with white, okay? But as you go through, all right, the only way to truly see is clarity, not with white or light or anything like that, okay? You got the black, which is like all the colors acquired. Look at it in MMA. In MMA, you start off as a white belt, and that's mixed martial arts. And you end up with the highest degree being a black belt, right? So, when you look at balance, okay, in mixed martial arts, everything's just all about balance. You talk about clean eating, clean diet. When you think about clean eating, clean diet, I know that people all of a sudden want to eat fish and lemon and vegetables and all that, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of the stuff that's been helping me when it comes to clean diet and clean eating. All right, like when you buy alcohol in a bar, let's say, and you say I want vodka or whiskey, you say I want to get it neat or clean or straight up, so you're not mixing the alcohol with anything, you're not mixing the spirits with anything. So when you have food, all right, I'm gonna give you an idea of what a clean eating looks like. You could do clean eating because we're clean eating, right? We have a balanced diet. The balance, right? People think it's just having a percent, because when you have a balanced diet, they say you have to eat a certain percentage of the protein, carbs, and fats, and then you have your micronutrients, which all come from the minerals, right? But what good is all that if your body's dirty? You know what I mean? And you're not really absorbing. I'm also going to talk about why it's a little hard for people to fast and why it's so, it may seem unattainable, but it's not really unattainable, and I'm here to just kind of give my 2 cents in as far as to, not even 2 cents, 2 cents could be 2 joules too, but 2 joules, as to why that may be hard. But clean eating, okay? Clean eating could just be you picking a day of the week. All right, or use the 7 days of the week. You got 7 chakras, right? You want to balance out your chakras. Pick a day for each chakra and balance them out. For example, Saturn's day, right? We think of the color red right here, right? So let's say today's Saturday, right? I'll take any food that's red but with life force, not cooked. All right. I would tell you, I would suggest, to eat first, of course. I mean, to clean out your body first and then try this practice, because this actually works. But Saturn's day, right? Eat nothing but red fruits, right? You could eat pomegranate, a red apple, raspberries, strawberries. All right, these are just examples of cranberries, cherries, all these colors. You have the options to eat all these foods throughout your day. In moderation, of course, because you see, sometimes you tell people, you give them all these options, they want to eat all these fruits in one day. And it's really all about balancing and knowing what goes well together. When you eat certain foods, they chemically react better in your body. When you eat the wrong fruits together, they end up festering in your body. And this is how parasites actually feed on the fruit too. People think that parasites will only eat meat and foods that rot in your stomach, but fruits rot in your stomach if they're not properly mixed well together, and if they're not digested properly. And they may not be digested properly because you got blockages in your colon. All right. So pick a color. Saturn's day, Saturday, red. Wear red. Meditate. And when you meditate, you might want to meditate outside and let the sun, hit your face. And then you get these, you can focus on the red color if it's easier like that. All right. You may even want to focus on fire. They got binaural beats to help you with that. See, I use my imagination. Aside from using that red color and balancing that color in that you know, lower extremities, I'll have that color just vibrate throughout my body, or I'll create a fire in my entire body to clear out my space of what I don't need, and then I can populate it with whatever I want. All right, so I'll imagine there's a forest fire, like a fire starting off from your feet, and it just works all the way up to your head. And then I'll throw a nuclear bomb in the middle of my stomach, and then poof, everything just goes literally like away. You wake up fully charged. Use that red color to your advantage that day, and then you may have Sunday. All right, now you got Sunday. You think of orange, yellow, right? Wear that color. Meditate on that color. All right, think of a golden light just going throughout your body, healing. You're breathing in a golden light, and you exhale toxicity, black smoke. This will clear out your body. This will clear out your space. People talk about cleansing with, you know, with different types of chemicals, but do you know that you can actually clear out your entire body with just your mind, with breath, just with that? Okay? It takes time to work up to a certain level, even fasting, even let's say just doing certain things and having certain energies work for you. You have to work on it. It just doesn't happen overnight. This is why people think it's, you know, so unattainable, because they'll hear a video and then they'll think that, you know, it's gonna work automatically. It's just, look, it's gonna work, and it could work quickly for you, but it all works on your belief system and a clear intent. But the clear intent is going to come down to focus, and the focus starts with meditation, because you strengthen your frontal cortex, your focus muscle. See, this is why it's important to meditate. See, this is why it's important to even get your knowledge, okay? Because knowledge could hurt you and knowledge could help you. Knowledge could hurt you in a way where let's say, for example, I was to introduce you to the ingredients of the foods that you're actually eating, okay? Whether you think they're healthy or not, those foods actually contain certain ingredients that if you did some research on it, you would say these chemicals are designed to kill me. But once you know about it, what do you do about it? Are you going to continue eating that shit? Or now the discipline is gonna have to be big now. Because if you do eat that after you know that it's gonna kill you, that means you're consenting to killing yourself, and you cannot self-terminate. Okay, that is very important. I watch movies as documentaries, like I told you with The Matrix. I told you with you know, aside from The Matrix, I told you about Terminator. One of the biggest things that the Terminator can do is he cannot self-terminate. So much so that when he even completed the mission at the end, John Connor had to be the one to kill him. Okay? So once you know all this, knowledge is power, because now you're aware. When you're in the know, you can use the power of know. You don't consent to the poison. But once you know about it, what happens? Once you acquire all this knowledge that you've looked at from videos, what do? You have to embody that. Because if you don't embody it, now it's like, I'm going to tell you right now, the universe is going to look at you, which is you looking at yourself, and nothing works here. Everything works through symbolism. And what they see, for example, if you're giving your kids that food that you know is poisonous, the universe is looking at you as, oh, this individual is trying to kill everybody. It's consenting to killing people. Okay? So now here's another thing when I look at balance, when it comes to like videos and reading books, and why the meditation is important. The frontal cortex has to get strengthened up. People just want to go to the gym and build muscle, but the meditation is you working out your mental muscle. People talk about mind, body, spirit, balance. The balance really comes with you going to the gym, yeah, working out your body, get the lymphatic system moving, get your body moving, you're sweating, you're detoxing. Why do I work out? Because when I work out, I put my body through some stress, some intensive workout, and what it's doing is it's stimulating my hormones, and the hormones are very important, especially for your spiritual practice. If your hormones are out of balance, you're going to be out of balance, because it comes, first of all, it comes from the pituitary gland, your pineal gland, all right? And if these glands aren't stimulated, okay, how would you even have a spiritual experience? These glands have to be stimulated somehow, okay? Now, you also have to know energy management, what you're putting attention to. Energy flows where attention goes. Okay, I'm going to talk about that in a second. I want to quickly go back to what I was talking about, and I just lost my train of thought, but okay, so when I talk about you know, energy balance, colors, meditation, this is what I was talking about when it came down to meditation. When it comes down to meditation, now if you read a book, you have to have a balance between reading books, hearing ebooks, and watching a video. When you watch a video, the characters are already created for you. So what happens now? These characters are now you're visualizing, or whenever you close your eyes and you want to visualize certain things, these characters are already created for you. So when you do it, when you say you read it, you hear an ebook, that's good, because you can still create the characters in your head now. But when you read it, requires a lot more focus and concentration. Because how many of you have read a book and you read one paragraph and you would be like, yo, what the hell did I just read? Right? Because the concentration and focus muscle is not strong. So sometimes you got to go back and read the paragraph again. But the beauty about it is that when you meditate, you strengthen that focus muscle. You're able to focus more when you read books. But the beauty about reading books is that you're also creating the characters in your head. Okay? When you are able to create things on your own, all right, and not needing the assistance of some type of visualization, this is when you're doing a lot better. But you also may want to, I'm not telling you never to watch videos or anything like that. You could watch the videos, but just know where you have to have a balance. Because if you just only get your knowledge from videos, okay, and you're not reading books and you're not doing your own research and doing your own inner work, then you're just being a follower. And when you just follow, okay, this is not going to help you, because nothing compares to having an actual experience. The experience is very important. I could tell you I went to DR and I had this experience, and as I'm talking to you, kind of like had the imagination in your head, but it's nothing like you actually just being there experiencing it. Okay? People are afraid to actually experience certain things because of fear, because of worries, because of doubt, because of lack of funds or resources. Okay? This is why it takes time and work, because you're going against a system that is already created. You're gonna have to, people talk about living off the grid and doing certain things, and it doesn't even really have to do with all that. You go off the grid to disconnect, and the reason I say this is because you use nature to disconnect. You use it as a tool, but you don't use it to live off of it. Okay, this is, you're going back to your mommy's titty. Okay, the way I look at it is like this: if you're fasting, here's where another form of balance comes in. If you're fasting, okay, you should be resting, or you should be meditating in nature by yourself, because the reason to fast is to clear your space out. But if you're going to be fasting to go into a city and have all these outside influences, you're eating a lot, and it's requiring energy flows where attention goes. I'm gonna go back to what I was originally going to talk about when I lost my train of thought. So energy flows where attention goes. For requiring energies, you're going to require some type of energy to eat. And yeah, your body can go, literally, it could technically go without food, but you would have to work your way to that. You can't just go cold turkey and be like, I'm spiritual, I'm not going to eat anymore. Because it doesn't work like that. So you have to activate certain parts of yourself to even be able to get to that level. See, DNA is dormant. DNA, if you activate your DNA that's dormant, that people say is junk DNA, that's not really junk DNA, it's just dormant DNA. And when you activate that, you're going to need less of that. See, the reason your body requires so much of something is because, again, look, for example, if a guy does steroids or pro hormones, what's going to happen is that the body, it shuts down the endocrine system, and it's going to require for you to do more steroids because the body doesn't have any testosterone to make. All right, and you would have to now go through a post psychotherapy, PCT, to actually reset your body. Notice the word reset, right? But the post psychotherapy is going to require you to take certain herbs like ashwagandha and stuff like that. Notice herbs, they heal even like people who fuck themselves up, unconsciously. But the way it works is like this: your body already makes 2 million different types of protein. So the fact is that if you go and you start to let's say if you stop eating food, you're gonna feel horrible, and it's because your body's natural chemistry is all messed up. See, the way I worked into this level where I'm at now, and I'm not saying I'm totally not eating food, but I'm eating a hell of a lot less than I used to, and I'm still working out and going to the gym, and I feel good. You know what I mean? So I used to weigh 210 and I'm 175 right now. How is this? I'm still strong in the gym, I'm still lifting, I still have energy, and I still got everything to do, that I gotta do. All right, and my sex drive is way better than it ever was, because I learned how to use my system, how to mind my business. I learned how to manage my energies and manage my business, because your body is literally like another business. You're gonna when you have a business, let's say you have a big corporation, do you think every employee is good? No, there's gonna be employees that steal from you. And it's up to you to catch them and fire them, right? So when you fire them, you do this red meditation, start getting rid of the energies that don't work for you. All right, but you have to work your way to that. You can't just go cold turkey and fast, because here's the problem: a lot of people get that weakness, and it's because the body's resetting itself. It's kind of like when you go to the gym and tear your muscles up, you're going to be sore, right? And then you don't want to go and work out the next day because you're in so much fucking pain you could barely move. So when you're fasting, you're going to get these hunger pains, and people confuse these hunger pains for actual hunger, and it's not hunger. That's your body, your stomach literally repairing itself. And when your body repairs itself, it's going to give you those rumbling pains. But also you got those parasites that are just trying to get more out of you. See, here's what happens. I do gardening, so I got earthworms and red wigglers. People look at worms and they're like, oh fuck, worms. But I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a gardener's paradise. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because let's say, for example, you have a body of water, right? You got a body of land. You notice how they have the governmental bodies, the executive, legislative, judicial, but they even practice a system of checks and balances where one can't have more power than the other. Look it up. All right, so they have to have exactly equal power. Those are the branches of governmental body, the governmental body, and those are the branches of government, but those have to have equal power: legislative, executive, and judicial. Okay, so here's what happens though. Now, how often do you practice balance in that way with your body, with your energies? See, we do 4 things with even just language. We give a command, we make a statement, we ask a question or give an answer. How many of those 4 do you do the most of during the day? Okay, because you, through language, just speaking, you can acquire or give power to other people. Because here's the thing, just you answering a question, you are actually empowering the other person depending on what the situation is. Because the moments, see, notice how they are, who do you answer to? When you hear that, you all of a sudden think of, you know, a boss, a mafia boss, a boss in a business, your wife, a police officer always asking questions, the court system asking you questions. You have to give your statement and answer questions, right? You're putting that person above you. But like I said, it depends on the situation, because when it comes down to the situation, for example, you could be a kid trying to acquire knowledge and you're getting something out of it. Which is why it's important for you to create your own thing. Because when you create your own thing, okay, you are actually empowering yourself, and people will ask you how you did it. Okay, but then now when you answer the question, you don't come out from a space of you robbing their energy. You come from a space of teaching them so that they can acquire and gain something, like a child gaining knowledge. Okay, this is important stuff to know, because through language, through actions, through attention, through certain things, just unaware, you're leaking energy. Okay, you're leaking your energy. Thoughts just leak energy. And when you're meditating, notice how you go against the grain. You try to stop your thoughts, and you cannot stop your thoughts. So what do? The same way breath. When you breathe, you're unconsciously breathing. It's part of your autonomic nervous system, right? But what do you do when you meditate? You take the wheel and you now focus on your breath. Now you're focusing on making your breaths longer, less breaths, right? So what do you do with your thoughts? You take control of your thoughts by just going and instead of your thoughts putting in the thoughts in there, now you take whatever thought you want and transform it or transmute it to whatever the fuck you want. Because even people come out with say, oh, I'm meditate, I'll get rid of negative energy. Dude, what do you mean get rid of negative energy? If you really look at it, some people are so low in energy, you can't even give away anything. Okay, so what do you want to do? You want to try to transmute that energy. Okay, try to transmute that energy, just like sexual energy, anger, hate, fear. All these emotions, people look at them as such a bad thing, and they want to like stop them because they want to be, oh, I'm spiritual. No, it doesn't have to do with that. It takes, you utilize even that as a tool. Everything is a tool. People, places, and things outside of you are a tool. Okay, you organize things to your advantage to have them work for you. But in a way where you're actually, it's a law of reciprocity, give and take. You don't just take. You want to give also. See, I took time off YouTube. I took time off everything, but it was a necessary thing. All right. People ask me, Bill, Pete, you know, why did you do that slit in your eyebrow? Why do you only have a mustache and you shaved your beard? And then I asked, well, why not? You know, why not? You ever buy new shoes and put on a new pair of pants or buy a new shirt, and then you go out and you feel like, you know, you feel different. You know, you're like, yo, shit, I feel fly. You know what I mean? Now I walk around with this now, and it's just like a reinvented look for me, and I feel fucking good. It makes me feel good. All right, it makes me feel good. So you do what feels good. You want to reinvent yourself, redo it, whatever the hell you got to do it. Why? It's not it's against the system to do a slash in your eyebrow. I have people look at me and be like, yo, you're crazy, man. You fucking sliced your eyebrow. Yes, I did slice my eyebrow. Why would I not do that? Notice how I ask a question with a question. Okay? Have a balance, okay? Protect your energies, but don't be somebody that's taking energy, okay? I'm aware of when it happens, and I've seen certain people do it. I don't know if they're doing it consciously or unconsciously, but I'm aware of it, and I've actually had subtle sensations of certain things happening, which I won't get into, but just know that I'm aware, okay? Know that I'm aware. See, one thing about me that I pride myself in is I've always been very intelligent with managing things, and I don't know it all. I'm not telling you I know it all, okay? But what I'm telling you may resonate with certain people and may help you connect the piece of the puzzle that you need to empower yourself. See, my key here is I want to empower anybody in my space because I know, I feel it. I am empowered. I feel good. And nobody can motivate me. I can only motivate myself. Okay? Yeah, other people motivate you and motivate me too. Okay? So I take that back. It's not what I really wanted to say, but you treat yourself the way you expect others to treat you. You look at yourself the way you expect others to look at you. See, I look at myself in a much different way than I used to. And everything outside of me has changed. Okay? And I've clearly seen this as a big noticeable thing. You know, look at the bodies of ocean. How much of the ocean is undiscovered? People lose and waste so much energy trying to focus on how do these aliens and going out of space and trying to go into the deep water. Think about this. Could you physically really think about it? What piece of technology can you make to really go all the way down to the bottom of the ocean? Okay, because I believe you cannot, at least at the moment. Or if they did, they're keeping it a secret. And who's keeping it a secret? It's literally you keeping it a secret from yourself. Everybody outside of you is just literally a fucking extension of you. But what do you do? Okay? What do you do? See, going deep into the waters is you literally just going deep into yourself. That's the undiscoverable part of you that you need to discover, is the deep oceans of you. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not easy because there's your ego is gonna get in the way. And this is where you have to work survival mode. It's same thing with food. But you got to control it. You got to start to take control and train your body a certain way to even get to that level. You got to heal before you can even go longer periods of time without eating, because it all is going to come down to activating your DNA for you to require less of something. See, the more protein you eat, the more protein you need. The more testosterone you put in your body, the more it needs. But then when you stop, or you at least acclimate it to that level, you're going to actually need less of what your body used to require. Because I'll tell you right now, I used to eat 6 times a day. And if I didn't eat 3, I was starving. Okay? I can go literally a couple days without eating and I'm fine. Okay? And I'm fine. But know how to manage what you're taking in. What is cleanliness? Just eat clean. Eat clean meaning stick to a color. I'll make a video if you want on each day of the week and what colors I'll do. All right. And if you do want to see that, leave a comment underneath and I'll definitely make a video on that, because and who's to say that the week starts on Sunday? People are like, oh, but the week starts on Monday or Sunday. I start mine on Saturday. It can start on Wednesday. Who cares? But we'll talk soon.